Hello everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. For my new subscribers, you are all welcome. Today we are going to make a very delicious snack. This is very easy to make. This is egg roll, and the first thing we want to do is boil our egg for about 20 minutes. Then to peel the egg easily, when the egg is nice and boiled, after 20 minutes, you add some cold water in it. You drain the water. Then you add another cold water into it. This will help to peel the egg easily. I'm going to go ahead and peel my eggs. After the egg has cooled down, using a fork, I'm going to tap it a little bit. Then I'll peel the egg. You can see how the shell peels away easily and it's nice and smooth. I'm going to go ahead and peel the rest of the egg. Now for the dough, all you're going to need is 1 cup of cooking oil, 1 cup of water, 1 cup of whole milk. Any milk of your choice is okay. It should be liquid and you measure it 1 cup. Then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. Next, I'm going to add some yeast, and I don't want to add too much, so I'm just going to add just 1 teaspoon. Make sure you measure it right, like that. Next, I'm going to add some sugar, and this is tablespoon, so I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of sugar. I'm going to stir it all together. Then I'll measure my all-purpose flour, and I'm going to start by adding 1 cup, but I'm going to add a total of 6.5 cups of all-purpose flour. So make sure you measure it right. Make sure your cup is nice and like the top of the cup should be flat. You're going to mix and mix and mix. I added the first cup and I mix. I'm going to add the rest of the cup and keep mixing. This is all-purpose flour. I make sure I measure it right using a knife and I add. So this is the second cup. And I mix again. I'm going to add the rest of the all-purpose flour. So all together the total is 6.5 cups. And I'm going to use my hands to mix because it's easier when I use my hands. So you want to make sure you mix it real good, slowly, gently. Mix the flour and all the rest of the mixtures. Just mix and mix, back and forth, until your dough is nice and smooth. Your dough should be very smooth before you can let it sit. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut a little portion of my dough, and I'm going to roll it a little bit just to give it some like a flat surface. I want to make it flat so that I can be able to roll my egg in it. So using a rolling pin, I want to like flatten it out. Roll your dough. After you roll your dough, you want to take your egg and put it at the center. Then you just flip over the dough and you kind of like squeeze it all together, and you cut the excess of the dough. After you cut the excess of the dough, you just kind of like twist the roll together. And a very important step for this part is to make sure you close it very well. Make sure to close it very well so that no oil will penetrate in there. Then you make like a little ball, roll it, and it should look like this with no holes. Then you set it aside, and I'm going to go ahead and continue to do the rest of it, the dough and the egg. Just always make sure to roll it very well. Another important step when rolling your egg is to make sure that you dry the egg. Use a paper towel to dry the egg to make it easy for you to put in the dough. I'm going to put some oil on the fire. This is groundnut oil. I'm going to let it cook. This is vegetable oil. I'm going to let it warm, so I'll put it on high medium heat. And I'm going to keep on rolling the rest of my egg. Now they are all ready and they are all set. They are looking smooth, no holes. Make sure there's no hole. My oil is nice and hot, and I'm going to go ahead and fry it. So when you drop in your egg roll, make sure that it's bubbling. If it's bubbling, then the oil is hot enough. But make sure that the oil is not too hot because it's going to burn. So you want to keep the heat between medium heat. Let it not be too hot, if not it's going to burn. So just go ahead and throw in all the rest of your dough in there, trying to keep them apart as much as you can. Make sure to stay very close to your pot because it gets fried real quick and it gets burned easily. So you want to make sure you're just around the corner and stir it in between. Check on it. Lower the fire if you have to. And you can see it will start getting brown. Make sure you deep fry it. It will make it easy for your life. So when you put some oil, make sure it's a lot of oil. That way it will fry deep in the oil. And when it's nice and brown, you know it's ready. Let it cook for at least 15 minutes or so, or when it's nice and brown. And our egg roll is ready. I'm going to go ahead and remove the rest of the egg roll. They all look so crunchy, and I really love this snack. This is one of the snacks that I used to enjoy back home in Cameroon. Look at that egg roll. It looks so nice and clean. I'm going to go ahead and remove the rest of it because they are now ready. And this is how the final results look like. Look at how delicious they came out. They all look crunchy and ready to eat. So good appetite, guys. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this delicious egg roll with my delicious pepper sauce. Thank you so much for watching. Until next video, guys. Bye.